As the final buzzer sounded on the Pistons' 2023 season, two die-hard fans, Mickey and Harry, each passed out and witnessed a vision. They were visited by Detroit's very own mascot, Hooper, the stallion ablaze, who told them the only way the Pistons would ever win a championship again was if these two men started a podcast. To be clear, they said, do we really have to do this? I mean, aren't there enough Pistons podcasts already? It seems like this might be overkill. But Hooper dunked on them, right in their face, and said, your team needs you. He presented them with a prophecy. Now it is their duty to help Detroit rise again and become champions. The Order of the Blazing Horse. Welcome back to another brand spanking new episode of The Order of the Blazing Horse, the only Detroit Pistons podcast based on a mystical prophecy. I am one of those prophet, Terry Moros, touched by a horse, not in an inappropriate way, in a very consensual, ethereal, in your mind kind of way. Joined as always by my co-prof, my co-host with the most out on the West Coast.
What's going on? Mickey Jacobs here. Harry, I am juiced because we got a very special guest. Tell the good folks all about him.
Well, you might know all about him because I know you've seen some of his work. I know you watch Bob's Burgers. I know you've seen that Lion Show. I know if you're a horror movie fan, you've seen Destroy All Neighbors. And I know if you're looking to get into the business of screenwriting, you're taking his screenwriting course, available now on his website. Philadelphia 76ers fan, host sometimes of the Airbuds podcast when it's on.
We killed that. It's done.
It's super dead. Okay, I saw you.
We haven't made an episode in a year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the posthumous Airbuds podcast. Yeah. Welcome to the show, Mike Benner. What up, Mike?
Hello, Detroit Pistons fans, fellow long-suffering idiot loser. As a Sixers fan here, I hope we can get along real well.
I think so. We're not so much in the suffering mode anymore. Also, I don't know.
Oh, right. You guys are good now.
Yeah, so we're all set. I think we're in kind of different trajectories while still kind of in the same potential record gettable stuff. But there's hope in the Sixers land too, I think a little bit. The Sixers seem to be kind of a mysterious team as far as everything goes. So Mike, just right up top, tell me how you feel about the state of the Sixers right now.
I don't know. It's accurate to call it mysterious. I've been calling it Schrodinger's Embiid knee, where it's like we don't know if the knee is alive or dead until we open the box when he plays his first game in the season. I think everything kind of relies on him playing 50 games. When Embiid plays, he's one of the best players on earth, and when he doesn't play, the Sixers look like a AAU team against regular NBA teams. I do love Maxey, of course. Mm-hmm. Jared McCain. I really like Jared McCain. Was that for his
fingernails?
Fingy nails?
Yeah.
I think Jared McCain is great. We only saw 3 weeks or so of action from him last year, where he really kind of showed what he could do. And then he got injured, of course, because every Sixers rookie ever has some kind of catastrophic injury.
You can say at this point, right?
Yeah. But I'm a little. There's Sixers fans that are like, we got to build around McCain, which I think is insane. We only saw a few weeks of action from him. I think when teams can game plan around him, it's going to look different next year. He just came out of nowhere and was dropping 30, but nobody was expecting him, now they know him. He's great on YouTube. I truly love his YouTube channel.
He's positive vibes, dude. Him and Maxey are both positive vibes. And I personally, as a fan of pro sports, I'm so into positive vibe athletes and associations at this point. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it is good vibes that the Sixers have been lacking forever. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy with VJ Edgecombe. I think he's so athletic. The Sixers have not had a real young athlete in a long time. Kelly Oubre is probably the most athletic player we've had in a while, but he's also already 28 years old, and it's seeming like I don't know if you guys saw him
we
on
always
Instagram
see
comments.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He posted something along the lines of like, I love Philly, but you guys don't seem to love me anymore. What's wrong with this city? I was like, Kelly, I just want to let you know, whatever fucking freaks you were reacting, we can curse, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I hate when people ask that on podcasts, but I just wanted to make sure.
Let it fly.
It's in your head, right? You hear it on podcasts, and then you immediately say it as soon as you curse because you don't want to be offensive, but you can fucking curse here.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Kelly, listen to me, Kelly Oubre. We love you. Don't listen to those freaks on Instagram, like being like, trade that bum. Like, they're dumb. They're just commenting to get likes. Like, we love you. We like you. I think you're great. I love your crazy energy. I love your, like, I'm going to smile like the Joker in the face of someone trying to kill me energy. We need you on the team. That's great, too.
Handsome as hell.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm not going to talk about Grimes because I feel like you're going to bring it up later.
We can talk about him right now because we've both had this Grimes experience a little bit. More successful with you guys, but the Pistons clearly said, we ain't interested over here, and they shipped him for Tim Hardaway Jr. Second-round picks, right?
Did you like him when he was a Piston?
When they traded for him, I personally was geeked. I was like, yeah, get him on the team. 3-and-D. He was injured, so he didn't play great here. The jumper was like broke as hell. But just like that kind of like 2-3 defensive wing who can hit 3-point shots, allegedly. At the time, it was just like allegedly. I was all about it. And then when we got rid of him, I was bummed, but I guess happy about the picks. And Tim Hardaway Jr. actually turned up like pretty good for us. But it sounded like he wanted a lot of money. And it kind of seems to be what's carrying him around. Mickey, how'd you feel about the gritty, grimy experience?
I did and still do like the idea of him more than I liked his actual minutes on the Pistons. Like Harry said, he was coming back from injury, and then we shipped him to Dallas and he started knocking down shots. Whether you buy what he did in Philly, like towards the end of the season, is like real. Like I remember, I think it was George Niang's like trash talking to me. He was like, you're not even playing real basketball. Just because he was getting more minutes. But like, I don't know. I think like those are skills that are like, whether it's, 30 minutes a night or 20, like every team could use that. And I think like, especially next to Cade, like we've had conversations about it where it's just like, if there was a number that we could all agree on, great. But how do you feel about QG?
I like him a lot. He obviously on a depleted Sixers team post-trade really shone. I think he was, trying to play himself into a contract. So you can't really put too much like faith into a guy that is scoring big numbers on a team that needs people to score. But I like him. I like him as a player. He seems like he would fit on pretty much any team in the league. He is athletic. He's still youngish, right? He's only like 25.
Yeah, I think he's 25 years old.
Yeah. I call him Frank Grimes by accident every single time.
Classic Simpsons reference. That's why he feels so disrespected, I think.
Yeah.
He's getting the Homer Simpson treatment right now.
Oh man. I would like him. I don't fully understand with like all the new CBA and caps and hard cap and aprons and bullshit. I would like him to, sign his qualifying offer soon. I think Josh Giddey signing that $25 million a year for 4 years deal maybe fucks with the Sixers price tag for Grimes a little bit. Although I think Giddey, as much as I hate him as a human being, is like maybe a different player than Grimes in terms of like he can actually run an offense, and he nearly averaged a triple-double last year. I don't think Grimes is being asked to have that much responsibility or that kind of production. So, but like you got to think like Grimes might look at Josh Giddey and be like, well, I could get 25 mil, Yeah,
from what I heard, it sounded like he was asking for like 30, and people were grouping him, Giddey, and Cam all into like the same group.
And Kuminga too.
Yeah, and like the Kuminga thing is that's more complicated, right? Because the Warriors are screwed as far as like they what are they going to do? Wait for him because they're trying to like keep cap space open by 2027. They want to give him like this team option. He doesn't want that because he wants like to bet on himself and whatnot. And like with Cam, I get it because the defense isn't there and he's scoring points, whatever. With Giddey, I also get it. You traded away Caruso. Like you said, he's a primary ball handler. You can use him. With Grimes, what I don't get about him, like I think he's asking for too much money, but I don't get why he's not getting paid when players who can play offense and defense at a high level are fucking valuable. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's important on every team. If every player on my team could play offense and defense, I'm stoked. So I don't really know what the holdup with him is. Is it just that he values himself too high, or is it just you don't think the offensive potential is good enough?
Do you think there's a world where because he posted a picture on Instagram of himself in a Sixers jersey recently. Is there a world where he doesn't know what's happening? Like,
no.
Like, I think there's a world where Kawhi Leonard has no idea what happened.
Get out of here. Get out of here. There's no way.
Like, I think there is a world where Kawhi Leonard just trusts that Uncle Dennis has got it taken care of as long as he gets his money and he does what Uncle Dennis tells him. And meanwhile, Uncle Dennis is like committing crimes on his behalf.
Yeah, I think that world is the same world as this current administration has our best interest in heart as a country.
We got multiple criminal Dennises in that situation. It's
true.
pretty. It's the plot is thickening.
What was his name? Dennis Wong? Is that it?
Yeah. Ballmer's old roommate. Like, it's wild.
Real quick on that, do you think there's any chance Steve Ballmer is not implicit in this?
Oh, I think he is 100% guilty of circumventing the cap. He's a fucking one of the richest men in the world, and he did not get that way by like not breaking the rules. And
right?
Oh my God, Mickey seems shocked.
No, don't say that about. That's so cynical. That is so cynical. I think, and I'll tell you something else. I think Adam Sandler is a good. He would do the right thing. By the way, I think Adam Silver is going to do the right thing. I think he has all the integrity in the world, and I think that justice will be served. So that's just my take.
What do you think? Okay, let's say that Steve Ballmer is guilty. And Kawhi Leonard is also I don't know what Kawhi Leonard like I don't know that guilt applies to him because he's just signing a contract and deals that is being offered him. I think but anyways, like, what do you think? Let's say the Clippers are guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt of circumventing the cap. Like, what is a fair punishment?
I personally think sacrificing a lot of picks and suspending Kawhi combined. I don't think voiding the contract is good because then he can just go wherever. It clears up cap space for the Clippers. Like, that's good for them at this point. I just think you got to suspend them and take away their picks. That's pretty much all would be possible on my end. Mickey?
I just don't think it matters. Jokes aside, I think no amount of smoking gun is gonna like make him. I think it'll be just like a fine. And I think the All-Star game is still going to be into it. I think like everyone's just going to like lie in our faces and pretend to be innocent. And I mean, they already have multiple times. And
let me pitch you this as punishment. They have to move the team to Europe to be the first team in the NBA Europe league.
See, I think that Steve Ballmer should be killed. I think that Adam Silver should take him behind the Intuit Dome and put a gun to the back of his head.
What does the engraved bullet casing say?
Yeah.
On what is on the ball?
Apple time on the board casing.
The wall.
Yes, Apple time is perfect. And I think
Clippy sends his regards.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that Steve Ballmer owns the team and they don't fucking do anything with Clippy?
Biggest waste. I mean, look, I like in LA, like I'm more of a Clippers fan. That's like my like second team that I root for. So this is like all the more gross. But yeah, like the Condor, what missed opportunity.
I was there the night they introduced Chuck the Condor to the world, and he got booed so loudly And people were like, he looks like a dick, and like
They were booing. They were saying "boo word."
oh right, boo word.
Aviary joke.
Yeah. I will say though, Steve Ballmer bought the crowd's loyalty back immediately because everybody got a free pair of red Converse that night as well.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Chuck
from Chuck. Yeah,
They should have chucked them at
That's
the Condor. That would have been sick.
That's good.
yeah.
It is
Also, real quick, if you're down with assassinating a billionaire as a penalty, just like I think we are, maybe you want to like and subscribe to the podcast. We've got those hot takes right here. We're trying to get all the subs. We're back up to the 90, Mickey. Maybe the is coming.
Trying to get that, trying to up that head count, right? Trying to
stack the bodies, dude.
Please. We're all on the same page here. It is funny though, just like the degree to which like the Clippers are LA's basement team, and just like even though they've like been like, I feel like they've won most of their meetings against the Lakers for like the past several years. It just doesn't matter. Like they're always just going to be like mired in controversy and like considered a joke and whatever.
Yeah, and Lakers fans are going to Lakers fans like to pretend like they don't really care or pay attention to the Clippers, and at the same time they're like dancing on Steve Ballmer's grave right now and like posting about it constantly. And
17 championships.
They think they're Don Draper, they're really Pete, right?
I have not watched Mad Men, but
you've never seen that show?
I think I get the I've watched like two random episodes. I don't think of you at all.
Yeah, that's the meme.
Yeah.
Right?
Got it.
So Pete's like the guy who wishes he could be like Don Draper, essentially.
Yeah, it just kind of came to me as you said, you know, the meme, and I was like, oh, I understand the reference now. Got it.
Listen, the NBA is highlighting meme culture. So I think if
a highlight page. I love that this just turned into like railing on but like it is gross. Like it is really disappointing to call that, and because like I don't know, it sounds like Mike, you're a Sixers fan, but it sounds like you're just also a basketball fan, and it sucks so much to. I've been listening to podcasts about it lately and just like consuming media about it, and just it just really sounds like Silver doesn't know or care ball. Like he just is like trying to chase trends and make money, and it's a drag.
He's a piece of shit. I think he kind of won everyone over by like he was handed like a big W on his like first year as commissioner in the form of like firing Donald Sterling, right? Like he did the right thing.
Wide open dunk.
Can you I guess firing is not the word. Excommunicating. I don't know what it is.
Banishing.
Did Donald Sterling eventually die? I can't remember.
I think he's dead. I'm pretty positive he's dead. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
I heard they took him back behind the Intuit Stadium.
But I can't think of really. I mean, he's fucked up a bunch of All-Star games since. He's not done really anything significant. I don't know. Like he just and he basically went on TV the other day and said, "You're a broke bitch if you can't afford 10 different streaming services to watch the NBA." He was like, "Have Twitter, bitch." Like, fuck yeah.
It's such an insane thing to say about your product, like the product you're trying to get to.
You get the gist. People. You get the gist from those snippets. You know, it's skim it.
And there's no better way for people to talk more positively about your sport than from online comments on Twitter and on the New York Times, right? By the way, Donald Sterling is still alive. He's 91 years old.
Oh
man.
Oh, Donald, I'm sorry. I wished you death.
He's definitely one of our 90 subs. He's on the list.
But speaking of podcasts and all that podcast stuff, let's talk a little back to the Philadelphia 76ers. How do you feel about the podcast, Paul, versus the Tobias Harris experience?
I think you mean podcast P. Put some respect.
Get it straight on his initial.
I'm DNF. I'm damn near 40. I can't get this right.
What do I prefer Paul George to Tobias Harris?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, do I prefer like a broken Dreamcast against like a broken Nintendo Wii? I don't know. It's like what Paul George, obviously injuries have played a huge part. Hasn't really shown what he can do. I'm hoping, some extended time off has let him kind of rest all of the like 20 surprise surgeries that he's had since coming to Philadelphia.
Insane.
But I think I prefer the potential of him to having Tobias Harris back. Tobias, well, I'll just throw this out there. Then I want to hear how your guys' experience has been so far. He's the most frustrating player ever, and it's only increased further by the fact that he was a max player for 5 years on the Sixers. His production was mid, his effort was mid. He did not show up in big moments. He was purported to be a 3-and-D guy. I would argue that he wasn't either of those things. He's just kind of like, he's maybe the worst max player in the history of the NBA. If he was being paid anything but max, $1 less than max, I think Sixers fans would be less frustrated with him. But hearing Tobias Harris has a max deal and then watching him kind of just like take a shit on the court night after night, I think here's my favorite Tobias Harris moment in his I guess 6 seasons as a Sixer. He was talking post game and he said something to the effect of, I know he's a noted investor and franchise owner of Crumble Cookies, correct? You know that? He was being interviewed post-game, and he said something to the effect of, some of these fans would rather trade me for a bag of Crumble Cookies, which...
Available near you.
Yeah. And then if you are thinking about it, like in that kind of little, witticism he had, Crumble Cookies are bad. Like he's like saying like some people think like would rather have this dog shit cookie than me. Like I don't know. Like he's dumb. He doesn't. I don't. Yeah, I kind of wish he had a podcast though.
Podcast T?
I think a podcast T. I think he thinks that he's really smart and a great investor, and that if you heard him talk for longer than 2 minutes at a time, it would just be like, this is the dumbest guy in the world.
Dumber than Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah,
he's on a run. I don't know if you've been tuning in, but no, I point taken, and I think like a lot of the frustrations that Sixers fans have with him are contract based. Like I think that's like the root of it, and I get it. I mean,
it was also like it was a combination of things, but Tobias Harris, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I
no,
put
go ahead.
this out there. Signing Tobias Harris to a max eventually was one of the things that led to us not getting Jimmy Butler back.
Yeah.
Which is, Jimmy Butler was maybe the best fit for Joel Embiid that the Sixers have ever had.
Was that the same year that they decided to give Tobias the max and move on?
They let Jimmy walk because they were afraid of him because he's mean, and then
because he told Kat that he's the only 7-foot bitch he's ever met in his life.
Yeah,
he's mean. I feel like that he belongs there. Like I feel like that's a good fit. And
Philly fans would agree with you. I think people are still like, what the fuck why did we do that? But yeah.
Mickey,
and like,
how do you feel about Tobias Harris?
So there were Pistons fans. I think he had like a 2-year, $54
or something like
$54 million contract. A bunch of Pistons fans were like, that's too high. Like 26 or 27 million a year is like way too much for him. I didn't have an issue with the contract to start the season. I was really disappointed. I was like, I don't want him to start anymore. Like he was loose with the ball, the shot wasn't falling, and over the course of the season things got a lot better, and he was really good for the we have a young team that had come off of like a extraordinarily historically bad season. So like any ounce of leadership and just like steadiness. Plus he had been in Detroit before, and I think he actually like was excited about being there, especially coming off of the Philly thing. But he was like a huge presence for us. I'm trying to look up. He put up like 13, almost 14 points, 6 rebounds, a couple assists, and I think he was really good for stocks. Like he was pretty solid defensively, even when the shot wasn't falling. And then later he got really good about hunting his shot and like sort of exerting his will. So he won me over. We will see how he performs in he's like what, 33 now. So I don't know how much.
God, doesn't it feel like he should be so much older?
Yes. On the team, they call him Unk. You know, he's very much the
he's
Unk.
like 10 years older than the average Piston, which is
It feels like he's been in the league forever. Like he had substantial stints on the Clippers, on the Pistons, on the Sixers,
the Magic.
And now he's back to the Pistons. I think the Magic, like it's crazy, and it's like, oh no, he's only 33.
What I think is so funny about it is I was so anti the Pistons signing him when they did. The money, I was like, they paid him a shit ton, but I didn't really care because like, who else are they going to pay it to? No one's come to Detroit. But most of my negativity toward him was because of what you had told me as a Sixers fan. Because I talked to you about basketball and we were like, okay, how do you feel about Tobias? Yeah. And you would always complain about when we were talking about the Sixers, it was always, this is Tobias's fault. He's so bad doing this. And I just wanted defense. I wanted defense so bad. And then they signed him. I'm like, we're fucked. There's no defense. And watching his defense throughout the season was mind blowing because it was fucking good, like legit good all year. The effort was there all year in big places, doing big moments. The 3-point shot wasn't great, but like outside of that, in the playoffs, he was huge. The Pistons had like their lowest moment of when they were a good team when he was not available due to injury. Like that was the hardest part for them to get around. He was so like instrumental in their success, like Mickey said, for their leadership and stuff. And like, it wasn't the player that the narrative led me to believe. And I couldn't be happier to have him on this team. And like you said, he might be a bad businessman. He just started the Tobias Harris home ownership initiative, helping people like buy homes in Detroit. So like, good.
He
Detroit
also
vibe.
like did some shady real estate deal in LA with his brother, though. Like,
did
like,
he? I don't know about the shady one. I knew he had a real estate deal out there for like affordable housing stuff.
It's like one of those like, we're doing affordable housing with retail, and it's really just like a kind of like gentrification machine.
Super cool.
I will say, I think there's a possibility that Tobias, Philly fans can wear players down. I think we're one of a few fan bases that like actually affect the psyche of players. I mean, look at Kelly Oubre. He's posting like, why do you guys hate me comments on Instagram.
It's stuff you say when you're too high for the first time.
Yeah.
Is everyone mad at me?
Yeah.
It's like he just smoked the Philly blunt.
And now Tobias is returning home to Detroit, a place that felt like home. And this might have been a honeymoon period, and he tried on defense. But like, let me know what you think. Let's do a check-in halfway through the season, and you tell me how Tobias is doing. I would love it if he was great for you guys, just because I want you two to be happy. But I have a feeling that there might be a chance that he was. If you're happy with his defense, it might have been like a honeymoon period kind of thing.
I think another element of that too, though, is like on Philly, there was a lot expected of him when like Embiid clearly was like the main guy, and this was like Maxi's first year, his like rookie season, so we didn't even know if he was the guy. So Tobias was supposed to be like scorer number 2, maybe scorer number 3 on like any given night. And
he was being paid like a number 1 option. So
right.
He should have been at least a good number 2 option.
Right. So like, and in Detroit last year, he could be that, but to be that in Detroit, you didn't have to do much. Like Beasley scored. We had a whole bunch of guys scoring like double-digit points, right? Like Beasley, Ivy, Tobias, Asar was up there, Dern was up there. So yeah, Tobias is like the 3rd leading scorer on the team, but no big deal. This next season for him, he's going to be like the 4th or 5th option out there. So it doesn't even like matter all that much. And I think there's so much like Yeah, I don't know who's Detroit. I mean, Philly's coach at the time, it was Doc Rivers, right?
Yeah.
So
Doc, I think, also had like some GM powers as well there for a little bit before Daryl Morey came around. And Doc Rivers, Jesus, what just a bad combination of like hiring the Sixers did. They signed Tobias Harris, they hired Doc Rivers. Like, the Sixers have a tendency to just like star fuck. Like, if a big name becomes available, like Daryl Morey, like Doc Rivers, like they'll just kind of go all in on them without thinking about, is Doc Rivers any good? You know,
the Doc Rivers conundrum is so crazy to me. It was crazy when he went to Philly. I couldn't believe it. The craziest one for him is, there's no doubt it's Milwaukee, right? That he's the coach of Milwaukee. That makes no sense whatsoever. But good for him. Is it even crazier that he's an actor sometimes?
Oh, are you transitioning?
Not a transition, just an illusion. It's an illusion because we're not quite done.
Foreshadowing. It's not a segue yet.
Go ahead. I did want to transition to another player though, because I'm curious what your experience with BBall Paul is as a basketball player.
Oh, are you asking because you know that I have like literally personal experience with him?
I do know a little bit about that. Like, there's a sweatshirt involved, right?
Yeah, so I love BBall Paul. In theory, I think he's a fun, unconventional player. I think he is good on defense. I think he's a freak athlete, not really a good shot, but like he's out there to defend and rebound. He has maybe I would say once or twice every per 36. He makes an insane decision. And as long as like your team is winning and it doesn't cause you to lose, I'm like, that's B-ball Paul, that's fun. But if it's like, if the game is tight and he's like going like through the legs in traffic to try to like do a reverse layup, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, Paul? I kind of wish the Sixers still had him. I think he was a very Sixers guy. He was obviously a fan favorite. He did start a sweatshirt business from the bench of the Sixers, like literally selling it. Like, he might have been DMing me about this sweatshirt from the bench. I think I one time checked the time stamps and I was like,
third quarter.
That was during a game. And
while he's on the court, that's like one of the crazy things he does.
Yeah. But the long story short, it happened a few years back, so I don't remember exactly what happened, but Paul was selling out the mud sweatshirts through his Twitter DMs. So I went and ordered one, and it was, an expensive sweatshirt.
I'm looking now. They are not cheap.
Yeah.
They are. It is cool though.
Yeah. It's also there's a black one with white lettering that looks like cum.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at. I see. It's very jizzy. It's
jizzy,
drippy.
Yeah. But essentially, it was kind of a process to get the trust process, kind of a process to get the sweatshirt to me. It eventually came, and he sent me the wrong size. And when I asked him to correct it, he accidentally called me a bitch in DMs and then tried to correct it.
I didn't know that.
How do you accidentally call someone a bitch?
I think he probably typed it out and then was like, I shouldn't say that. And then instead of hitting delete, hit send.
Did he try to unsend?
No.
So it might have been on purpose.
But then he was very like, I think he tried to like come back from it by like being very accommodating and nice. And then I thinking like, all right, like he called me a bitch and he clearly feels bad. I'm going to try to like work that guilt factor and see if he wants to come on the Airbuds podcast. So I threw it out there and he said he would, and then never returned another DM.
Well, the second time he wrote bitch, right? He just didn't.
Yeah, that's That's wild. So
honestly, that's like maybe the best celebrity interaction I've ever had, and I love it. Like I'm telling all this because I'm like, this makes me like Paul even more. You know,
it's in all honesty, it's pretty funny. You know, interacting with somebody, being frustrated about it.
I love that he's like the customer service guy. Like he's kind of a one-stop shop with this thing. Wearing a lot of hats for the hoodie company, but
there is like a possibility, the fact that like the timestamps, like some of them were like maybe possibly happening during a game. Like I'm like, maybe his like cousin was doing it or something, or a friend was running the out the cum sweatshirt business.
We're all out the cum, frankly.
Yeah.
Every person.
But I want to believe that it was Paul Reed in his Sixers warm-ups on the bench, hiding it from Doc Rivers, like typing on his phone to me. Yeah.
I kind of want to go to the tape. I feel like we could potentially find this.
Yeah, let's find the timestamp. We'll go in
there.
We'll
go to the game. So speaking of Pistons, Sixers, connected.
Oh wait, before we move on, I do want to point out, I only noticed a few minutes ago that you have @Benner under me.
I'm sorry, tell me what it is.
That is, well, I deleted my Twitter.
I thought that was for Blue Sky.
A while ago.
I got your Blue Sky one.
Oh, okay. Are we doing Blue Sky? I mean, I think it's like Benner. I don't know what it is.
Bsky.social, I think. Benner.bsky.social.
Yeah, go there. I have not posted in like 4 years.
I don't know what the handle is, but like I'm so pro no Twitter personally. I think Mickey's pro no Twitter too, right? You're not even on Twitter. I've
never been a tweeter, but I was
going to @Benner now. It's like some like Chilean woman that took over the account.
Oh,
I think.
Sick. So she's catfishing as you?
No, I think she's catfishing. She's not catfishing.
Okay. She's just Benner.
She's normal fishing, but it's like her
she's Chilean
Benner. But she's Chilean sea bassing. Yeah.
So okay, sweet. So don't follow him on that. Go your website, right? Your website is how you can get to like getting your screenwriting.
MikeBenner.club. MikeBenner.club, or just go to Michael G. Benner on Instagram. But I don't know. Wait, can we just? Mickey was in the middle of something. I don't want to plug myself.
I don't even know if we want to go here. We were talking about Pistons and Sixers centers. I was going to ask how you enjoyed the Andre Drummond experience.
I forgot about that experience.
Oh God, I was never on board. I did not. I mean, I loved Andre Drummond when he was younger, when he was a Piston. I loved when he was like
big drum.
23-year-old Andre Drummond, I adored. I think his body
stars.
Yeah, his body degraded quickly, and that's when the Sixers thought, let's give this guy money. Over and over again, he left, he came back. He's one of the best rebounders ever, but he decided to forget how to rebound on the Sixers. So I don't know. Yeah. I wish Andre Drummond well. I want him off the fucking team.
I didn't even realize he was still on the team.
Oh yeah, he's on the team right now. He had a player option to which
they're really trying to move him. I think they're like gonna attach picks or something. Yeah, I remember just being really towards the end of our like limbo, like pre-tear down era. Like it's like, yeah, great rebounder, can't really play basketball, which is tough. That's tough.
There's a lot of hope for him, and I think also reserve big is like a tough position. It's a tough position to find what's good, and I think that's kind of what like the Pistons are in such a good place with Isaiah Stewart being honestly one of the best defending bigs out there, and then Paul Reed being your third center. He was your guys' backup center for a while, right? Sometimes filling in for Joel.
Yeah, I think his first year with the Sixers, he was probably the best backup Joel ever had for a couple stretches, and I think that maybe went a long way towards his reputation and kind of giving him that second wind that he's kind of experienced, despite declining production and declining. This he should get his like brain scanned. I think he forgot what basketball is.
It's just wild, man. Wild.
He's just Paul now. He's not no more BBall. Just
Oh shit, we were talking about.
I was talking about B-ball, Paul. You were talking about Drummond when you were talking.
Oh,
about
I was talking about Drummond. Sorry,
yeah.
I misheard. I love B-ball, Paul.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about B-ball?
What you said to me is exactly what he is as the player. Like, give him 10 minutes, he's gonna go crazy. And like, if he does one crazy thing, we don't really give a shit at this point because we haven't had success since the fucking 2004 season, truly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine with it. I'm good with it.
And if he's in the game, it's because he needs to be in the game because one of our other bigs is either hurt or in foul trouble. And defensive menace, like tons of deflections. Like I think his like per 36 like stock numbers are like huge, like even league wide.
He's got those Edmund Honda hands from Fighter.
No, we like him. We like him.
He's got the big hands. He's got the long arms. I do miss the deflections. When you said that, I was like, oh man, he used to deflect so many balls.
It's really crazy, like having him and Beef Stew and Asar on the team, and even like Ron Holland being like, God damn, defense fucking rules, dude. Like, defense is awesome to watch in basketball. I don't give it. That's what you don't even see in the highlights for the most part. So once again, fuck Adam Silver and all that. It all goes round.
Yeah. Listen to Harry. Defense is back.
Yeah. The D is back. In the D. Actually, I do think
sounds like you guys want a 4-point line added. Sounds like he's heard you and he sees you, and 4-pointers are now a thing. So.
How do you guys feel about the supposed 3-point issue that some people talk about?
It's not an issue. It's like not an issue. Everybody who says that, I'm like, I asked them, how many games do you watch? And they say, well, I don't really watch the NBA. And I'm like, then you don't have any ground to stand on.
I think aesthetically, the fact that most teams approach the game with only layups and threes at this point, and the teams are jacking up 53s a game, and that's like kind of normal. Like literally, I think the Celtics averaged like 49 threes per game.
Worst case scenario, the Celtics. I think it's like their whole game plan.
Yeah. I find that to be not as fun as a viewer. I appreciate it as like a strategist, I guess. But like, if you're trying to attract new casual fans, I don't think that kind of ball is very fun. My solution, cap the made threes. If you cap it at like 20 made threes, and then after that, everything beyond the line counts for 2, then like you're not going to have this huge emphasis on threes. And then you're also going to have to like save your threes. Like, let's say it's a close game, you're down 9 with 2 minutes left, and you've got like 6 3-point shots left. Like that's when you start jacking threes to try to climb back,
That's really interesting, and it will never ever happen.
No,
they're just trying
to like,
they're just trying to like inflate, like now with like the heave rule where like it doesn't count. Like they're just trying to have like players put up like 70-point games and stuff.
Yeah.
I agree with you, especially for a team like the Celtics where they're all so talented and can score in any number of ways. Like how lame it is to see them settling. I'm more annoyed, and this is less like the player's fault as it is like the inconsistent refereeing is like foul baiting and just like watching them like players exploit that.
Right. That's not even like basketball.
I'm so happy that the Sixers don't have anybody that foul bait on the team.
Yeah. No merchants there.
No, we're ethical hoops all the way.
Yeah.
On the plus side, the guy on your team who could be found guilty of that doesn't play enough games where it really bothers me all.
Oh, we shipped him away, James Harden. We're good.
I wasn't talking about him.
I think he was joking.
Actually, it's really weird. Like the 2 seasons Harden was on the Sixers, like he wasn't a foul merchant at all. And then like before and then like after he is a foul merchant. So it's like crazy.
Wasn't Sixers Harden kind of the beginning of like his point guard era?
Yeah.
Of like being like less of a like more of a 20 and 10 kind of guy. Like,
by the way, that was a joke of me being like
not a beat. Yeah.
A homer of like James Harden strangely never was a foul merchant at all while he was a Sixers.
To take one quick aside, just to go back to the 3-point attempt. What do you think the average 3-point attempts by an NBA team was last year?
League wide.
I'm
gonna guess average. I bet the average team threw up 41 3-point attempts per game.
Mickey, you have a guess?
35.
It's 36.5. The Celtics were the most, 47.8. Second most, Golden State, 42.3. Only 4 teams had over 40 3-point attempts. Boston, Golden State, Chicago, and Cleveland. So not even teams that won the fucking championship. That's my argument about it being like the way. I don't think it is the way because the Thunder just won, and they're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. Boston's been doing it for years. They've had 1 championship recently.
By the way, OKC best defensive team.
Right. So like I just don't think it's that big a deal. I think teams are doing so much now. And I think kind of transition ball is like turning defense into offense is like, to me, the way of the future.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I want to clarify. I actually think I agree with you that I don't think there's a real 3-point problem. And I don't think any changes need to happen. But I feel like I just see every couple months people talking about moving the line back, doing this, getting rid of the corner 3. And it's just like, well, if you have to make a change, I don't think we should alter the court in any way. I think it should be a cap, you know?
I almost said something social that I won't say. How about I'll make it even different. But I think like the 3-pointers are a problem in the NBA is the immigrants are a problem in America argument of the NBA. I think it's overblown. I think it's phony.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, no, it's like so. It's absolutely.
And we're down to 82 followers.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, but, 8 of your followers hated immigrants.
No, they should stay on because I'm saying they're not a problem. Yeah. Anyway,
they just don't like muddy analogies. They just don't.
If you like muddy analogies, like, subscribe to the podcast.
Good plug.
If you agree that the problems are billionaires and immigrants, stick to the podcast. We have about 8 minutes left to talk about a Philly basketball movie that you were at the premiere of, Hustle. Mickey, have you seen that movie before?
I had. This was my second viewing. I love it. It's
great.
Really fun.
But let's hear from Benner. How was the premiere? What do you think of the movie?
I love the movie. I think it is an instant basketball classic. I think it is like a top 5 basketball movie of all time. The premiere was fun. There was a lot of basketball players there. I think maybe just the only like worthy like story is that I was there with our friend Jamel Johnson.
Shout out.
And we you know what? I'm so sorry. Can we pause for 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
I've been having to pee for like 20 minutes. And it's like I'm just worried I'm gonna piss myself. Hold on.
Let me take that out of here. 51 minutes. All right.
Leave it in. It's real. It's real. It's like when Paul Pierce got carted off.
It's so funny. He goes out in a wheelchair to come back out here with cramps.
Love it.
So why don't you tell me what you thought about the movie just while we're here, while he's taking this piss?
I agree. I think it's just like such I love the perspective of the scout. Like that's such a unique, and I think the way the movie opens is so fun just because like it shows the grind.
Oh yeah.
You know, I also love it's just a great movie. I think Ant is so good and charismatic in it. Juancho Hernan Gomez is really great.
Oh yeah.
Super handsome.
Great tattoos. I'm gonna get peck tattoos.
He's gonna get peck tats. We were talking off air, but no, it's really fun. And I also love that Stanley Sugarman, he's not a perfect dude. He's made mistakes. He's got flaws. Like it's not just like he's this like, like perfect person. Like he's like out here not just like trying to get the job he wants. He's looking for a little redemption. What did you think, Harry?
I love it. And to stay on the sugar, like I agree with Mike that it is an instant basketball classic. I think it's shot great, especially considering it's like a Netflix movie. I think no shade to Netflix, but I think there's like a Netflix look to a lot of movies, and this movie didn't have it. But like I love that his aspiration is to be assistant coach. It's not even to be like the greatest or anything like that. He just wants to be home with his fucking
be on the bench in the league.
Be on the bench, to be valued for what he does. Well, one thing I love about the movie is I think they cast it so fucking well. My wife saw the original owner's son on screen looking at his phone for 1 second, and she's like, that guy's a piece of shit in this movie, right? And I was like, yeah, you nailed it. Pretty awesome stuff. Mike, now that you're relieved, give us your thoughts.
Oh, did you guys keep going?
Just a little bit. We got dead air to fill.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought we could have hit
You're
pause on
fine.
the record.
No.
It's a point of pride how much water I drink during the day, but then occasionally it'll fuck me over. Like, well, I'm in the middle of a podcast record, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna piss myself. But yeah, so as I was saying, at the premiere with our friend Jamel Johnson, we run into Mo Wagner on the street afterwards, and he was he happened to be a Wizard at the time, and Jamel is a huge Wizard fan. So Jamel stops him, and we chat to him. He doesn't speak English too great, but we chat to him for a little bit, and then we turned and walked away, and Jamel was like amped about having met Mo Wagner. I've got a picture. And we take 5 steps, and a trash can is on fire. And that's kind of the enduring memory of the premiere. We sat like 3 rows behind LeBron. We saw a bunch of the professor was there. Who else? We got a picture with Boban Marjanovic, another Pistons legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he's just a legend, I think, in general.
Yeah. But yeah, it's did you ask what I think of the movie? I think it is top 5 basketball movie of all time.
What else is in your pantheon?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think that there is a whole lot of truly great basketball movies. I think White Man Can't Jump, the original, is good. Maybe 5. I'm a weird outlier that I don't really care for Hoosiers very much.
You're not an outlier.
We did not like it.
We've
been watching
that movie
it.
fucking
not good.
Sucks. Yeah.
I think Full Court Miracle is a better movie.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Don't know it either.
It is a Disney Channel original about a Jewish basketball team.
That's right up this podcast style.
Yeah, that's a little too close to home.
Obviously, I had a podcast named after Air Bud, but I think to call that a basketball movie is maybe a little. I mean, it's a franchise, and they did a basketball episode, it's not like a basketball movie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you? I'm struggling to think of more.
He Got Game is like
movies.
one of my top 5 movies, let alone basketball movies. If you haven't seen that recently,
what is it?
He Got Game, the Spike Lee.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I can't believe. Yeah, that is definitely maybe like number 1 or 2. I think
it's
true. I think. Do we count Hoop Dreams? It's a documentary.
We watched that right before we watched He Got Game, and those two back-to-back hit, dude. They hit.
So sad.
He got game.
The Arab there. You like the Kevin Bacon Arab there.
Love it.
Sixth Man? How about that?
I do love the Sixth Man. I literally was talking about rebooting the Sixth Man with a friend the other day.
Bro, you want to kick around ideas for Sixth Man? That was like my movie growing up.
IP, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I love Eddie. I think Eddie was the original. Eddie was the original basketball podcaster because she would record every day. She would record New York Knicks trivia on her outgoing message for her answering machine. She was creating content for people when we didn't know what content was.
Mm-hmm. This we watched Eddie last week, and that's back-to-back movies with Doc Rivers and who's another one who's in both? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking. Mark Jackson. And is Boban in Eddie? He might be.
Boban would have been. I don't think Boban was born yet. How old
Rick
is
Fox
Boban?
is in a.
He's 22 according to Hustle, right? He's 22.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Hustle real quick. I think that is that opening scene is so funny, and I think maybe one of the strengths of this movie is that it kind of takes the Happy Madison approach to like jokes and humor, but sets it in the real world. Yeah, which is it's so interesting to watch. Like, it's like kind of like you could see a different version where like it doesn't look like as cinematic and it is wackier and like there's sound effects and shit, but like it's like what if Adam Sandler was a Adam Sandler character but like in the real world? It's a great movie and he's great in it. Yeah,
I think it's like it's another one of those Adam Sandler's likability and innocence like really shows through more than you're expecting in a movie like a lot like in Punch Drunk Love. I think that's part of what people love about Punch Drunk Love is movie. And in this, he's like he's just so great. Like you never hate him. You're always cheering for him, not in the way that like when you're watching Uncut Gems, you're like expecting something bad to happen. You're just like, I want something good to happen to him.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole movie. And like, you know, he's trying to be a good father to his daughter, and he's being a good father to this guy who he barely fucking knows at all. Like,
so sweet because he sees himself in him,
right?
And he's like, I want to take care of this kid, and it's like it's very sweet. I do think maybe it's one kind of misstep, which I think is just a thing that like might not age or just feel kind of cringe upon another watch, is the fact that like Bo's career is kind of saved by like going viral, you know?
Oh yeah, but what are you gonna do? Like making modern movies, you have to include social media, right?
I know, but it's like it puts such a time set and date on it that it's like, I don't know, it doesn't like even 5 years or 3 years on, like it feels like nobody goes viral like that anymore.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's true. And the one thing I do want to say about this movie that I kind of like is that it's not it's atypical in that there's like you think he's going to succeed and then he fails, and then you think he's going to succeed and then he fails, and you think he's going to succeed and then he fucking fails again like 3 times in a row, and then it leaves on the 4th one he succeeds, which is great. It just doesn't happen that often in movies, and I think that's like really cool, and it allows for multiple montage scenes, like you said, the opening montage scene, and then the workout montage scene. It's like incredible
montages, like really emotional and earned, and like tough to do because we've seen a million different sports montages a million different ways, and they really do.
Yeah, that montage, it comes at about the 59-minute and 30-second mark, and I think it lasts about 8 minutes total, and it's like it's Bo being trained, and it kind of it builds, it crescendos, and then it ends, and then they're just like, we're not done. Like, you know, you gotta like just when you like that's what getting good at something is. It's like when you think you're done, you got to keep going, and then it kind of builds back up, and it's so triumphant. It's so good. I can't believe this director doesn't work more.
That's what I was thinking. I looked on IMDb and I was like, wait, what? What happened? Did some scandal happen? Because this movie's awesome.
What's his name? Do you remember his name?
Jeremiah.
Oh yeah,
Zagar. Zagar. I
think he directed some of that new show Task, which is also Philadelphia set. But
he's from Philly too. That's cool.
Yeah, he's from Philly. And given that, I like the fact that like I even know from like insider stuff, but like Adam Silver is just so desperate to get the NBA and all of its stuff like into entertainment. Like it's not like David Stern where like licensing the team logos and the NBA logo was like a little more difficult. Like Adam Stern wants anything and everything with the NBA to be made. And this movie doesn't necessarily shine a positive light on the NBA and working in the NBA. And Adam Sandler's character Stanley is like a middle class like NBA employee that like doesn't live a glamorous life, is mistreated by management. It does not paint team ownership in a positive light in any way at all. It does not treat the combine and draft process in a very positive light. Like it is kind of a warts and all like depiction of NBA life, which I mean, it has a happy ending for sure, but like, yeah, it's kind of it's interesting in that way too.
I think what I love about that too is it does it in a way where that's not the focus. The focus isn't like attacking. You know, like in Playmakers, that show that was on what was on ESPN for a while, that football season show, which was like this is all the bad stuff about football, like drugs and gambling and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
That's not what this movie was. This is just like watching this guy try to make it. 2 guys try to make it in the NBA through all that struggle. And to be quite honest, if you're a basketball fan or a sports fan, you know that's what it's like anyway. You know that's what ownership's like. You know that's what your work life is like, no matter where you work. So this is just like work fucking sucks, essentially. Which is pretty cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because like it's like you said, Harry, it's not like it doesn't like focus on it, but it's the world. Like Mike was saying, like he hasn't been to his daughter's last 9 birthdays, and like it's just super demanding and taxing. It's like, yeah, it's your dream, but like they know that, and there's a very like you're lucky to just be tangentially part of this kind of vibe. And like
there's a moment where he's like on the phone trying to pull any string he can to get Bo into the combine, and he says something like, I've been in this league for 30 years, and it's like I'm nothing, like nobody cares about me, like I can't, like the whole, like he said something like half the kids in the combine are there because of favors and no one will help him out, despite the fact that he's friends with everybody in the world of basketball, it seems like, and he's put his time in and people respect him, but like nobody will do him a favor. Like they think he's fucking worthless and ready to toss him aside, you know?
Hey man, entertainment industry, sports industry, it feels very real and very vulnerable. And like, I think I don't know if I said this in the podcast before, but I've definitely said it to Mickey in confidence. Like I like kind of middle-aged or late middle-aged stories where this reality hits you about like your kind of insignificance in life. And it's like such a bummer, but it's a discussion that has to be had because it's reality we all have to come to terms with at some point. It's a bum. Speaking of insignificance, Mike, were you going to say something before I told you? I was going to say, hey, we got to go because I know you got a hot date with
I do have a hot date with my beautiful wife. I just wanted to. We also have to mention Anthony Edwards, incredible as a villain.
I thought you were going to say Tobias Harris for a second. And then,
and then I appreciate that it depicted the Sixers as a dysfunctional piece of shit team, because that reflects reality. And was there another thing I had? I think there was one other thought, but you know what? I lost it.
Well, we're talking about movies and writing, and you're teaching classes. Can you briefly talk about that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, go to MikeBenner.club and you can learn about it. But yeah, basically, I hate to get too earnest, but
it's important.
I put on your Sugarman, your Sugarman hat here.
I've been teaching TV writing for a while. I kind of got into it because I thought I wanted to be a teacher, but I think what I learned is that like I don't know, like I really love doing it. I feel like it works this kind of producer itch I have where I love taking, helping people take their ideas and make the best version of it. So basically the pitch for the class is you come in week 1 with a log line or an idea, and then you leave week 8 with a finished draft of your pilot. It's kind of a way to have like a structured, accountable thing where you're working with other people, you're pitching on their pilots, you're helping. It's like a mini writer's room. I think it's fun. I love doing it, and I think I have a lot of people that tell me they loved doing it as well. I've had people go on to sell their pilots that they wrote with me. So yeah.
So cool.
Sounds like success to me. And like if this is your first experience with Mike Benner, he's very funny. He writes great stuff. When did I meet you, Mike? Like 2 years ago? 3? No, it must have been more than that because I was living in LA at the time. So it must have been like 7 years ago.
When did we meet?
Yeah.
Like a million years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were back before the pandemic when we were doing Airbuds in person.
Pandemic is when we met. But like when I first met you on that show, I was like, oh, these guys are all what's up. I knew Jamel, and that was pretty much it. And I'm happy to know you, and I'm happy that you're doing this. And I think you're helping a whole bunch of people out. And if you have a screenwriting idea, take it over to Mike's program. Get your thing made.
The best version of the idea. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We'll be back next week sometime. I don't know the next. Oh wait, we said we're gonna watch that Earl Manigault movie, right? The Earl Manigault story. We gotta find it somehow on here. But
wait, I remember the one other thing.
Yes, give it.
Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah have real chemistry, and it's adorable and hot. The end.
Give it up for the Queen and the Sandman. The Queen Sandman combination.
I buy it.
I loved the part where he's like, I told him the Clyde Drexler story about how he's always feigning before the big game. She's like, that's my story. I'm the one who did it. He's like, that was you? Oh, fuck. It's funny. Just very silly stuff. But join us back next week. We'll be talking about another basketball movie. We'll talk about more Pistons with more great guests like Mike Benner on the show. But we're going to leave the show the same way we always do, which is by saying OOBH, the acronym for the Blazing Horse, aloud, because that's how a horse would say it. So I've been Harry.
And I'm Mickey.